This one is from 1944, and this was used in the war rag land army, the ladies doing the farming, because all the men were at war. And because they hadn't driven tractors so much before, they put the instructions on the line.
Imagine back in the day, oh yeah, we'll just fire the tractor up and go do some mowing. Oh yeah, 3 hours later, still parked outside the shed. Honestly.
Yeah, do you want to ride this one or the other?
I'll go on this one.
3, 2, 1, go! We're away!
Oh yeah, a bit of beginner's luck.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, he's got 2 out of 2, so he's not doing so bad. He's doing better than I thought he was going to do.
3 out of 3.
Yeah, he's got 3 out of 3.
Yeah, he's doing really well.
How many folk have done it?
So there's been over 200 people do the challenge, and no one's actually got 6 of those balls in the hoop yet.
Oh, if he gets 6 in, we'll never hear the end of it.
Why do you say shush?
Nobody's got 6 in yet. Nobody's ever got 6 in before.
I don't know what happened there. I think it was just beginner's luck.
Got a bit of high hopes now. We're on that holiday.
No, don't get high hopes. I'll roll it over on next one. With any luck, I'll get sick and get to sleep in a hospital bed. And now we've got to put our tent up, which is an ordeal in itself.
Are you happy?
No.
Miserable bugger.
Night camping.
You'll be okay.
Reuben may be dreading the experience, but he's gone all out with a 6-berth bell
You
tent.
do realise we're camping for one night, right? You're not living here.
Oh, no, that doesn't work. Must go in somehow.
You're in a nightmare.
Yeah, people have built houses faster.
I've never been to a hotel that you have to put it up when you get there.
I think he'll like it. He's just never done it before.
Aye, once he's got the tent up,
You don't have to put the carpet down when you get to a hotel either.
he's gone to a campsite and tried to turn it into a hotel. He's having a good go. The tent's certainly big enough.
At the end of the day, if a bear wanted to get into here, it would get in. If a bear wanted to get into a hotel, he would be fine.
How are you getting on?
Shatter Le Reuben.
Hey, yours is that big of a mission to put up, you have to put your high vis on.
You'll not be laughing when you're all trying to wriggle in there in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah, that won't be happening. I'm just waiting for the circus to start.
The circus was putting it up.
If you want to learn a bit of the stonemasonry, how about we split that rock just straight down the middle?
We'll have a go, yeah?
I'll show a look at these plugs and feathers then.
Yes, what is a plug and a feather?
There you go, there's a box full here. All they are is lots of little wedges. You've got 2 feathers and what looks like a chisel. And you drill a hole,
Yeah.
pop those in, pop those down the middle, and as you tap it in, it spreads the rock and builds up pressure in the rock and splits it.
All right, wow.
And that's it.
Stonemasons of old have passed this technique down the generations.
You put 2 in like that.
And Reuben is the latest apprentice to take up the hammer.
Right, so once you start tapping, you can't get them out again. If you end up putting too much pressure into one, it'll just spelk off a corner.
Here we go. I'm going to start.
That's it. Yeah, you can hear that. See how you can actually feel the difference
Yeah.
between each one?
It's making some weird noises, isn't it?
You hear that little crack then?
Yeah.
There you go.
That is very, very satisfying. It's split well, that, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's not bad, that. Not bad at all.
When you did that last one and it just went,
Yeah.
that was proper cool.
Oh, you got it. Now, nice.
I've learned it in, what, half an hour?
50 years worth of experience, all comes down to half an hour. And
I know.
now I'm redundant.
Now you're redundant. Thank you very much for taking your time to show us things like that.
You're very welcome.
It's good to see these old traditional skills being used that Pete's passed on to me. To take these old techniques in the Dales, keeping it all up to scratch. We'll get lost eventually, but if people don't start learning them, I mean, around here there's quite a few people that keep these things alive, and I like to consider myself as one of them.
Reuben wants to go to the memorial site where his great-uncle is honoured, and the journey's taking them through the landscape where the Battle of the Somme played out.
It's pretty mad to think at one point they were fighting on here, isn't it? There was 2 million shells fired on the first day of the Somme.
2 million shells, that's
There's
ridiculous.
no old trees, is there? Like, not compared to what there would have been. It's now. It was the battle, I don't think they'll ever be able to understand how mad it was. I mean, 60,000 people died on the first day. And that's 60,000, what's the population of Muka? A few hundred? That's like Muka getting wiped out time.
Every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes, like an entire day. It's absolutely mad.
They arrive at Carnoy Military Cemetery, where they're meeting historian Simon Bendry.
So how many graves are here, and are they all from during the war or afterwards?
What you've got here is over 800 burials. This is a cemetery, so the remains of those individuals are buried here. These are graves.
Yeah.
This cemetery dates back to sort of 1915, when the British first arrived here on the Somme battlefields, and there's a cluster out there that are from that period. We're sort of about 500 metres or so behind the trenches. Only a short distance away from here, up on top of the hill in the trenches, were men from Yorkshire in 1915. There's a whole row of the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry. And I think one of the lads is in there is only 19 years old.
It's my age, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and certainly if you explore the cemetery, you'll see the ages on the headstones. I think we found in here soldiers who were just 17 years old.
It's you, Tom.
Right up to, more senior officers who are in their 40s and their 50s. And therefore, it's sort of representative of that broad spectrum. But generally, it's young men who get caught up in this. And therefore, what you'll often see is those young men in their late teens, into their early 20s, who were fighting and dying here in this landscape in 1916.
James Oliver James, Royal Field Artillery, 26th September 1916.
And this is his actual grave.
So,
This isn't just a memorial marker. This is where he is buried.
wow, to think it's not that actually far from here that, he was fighting and died.
Yeah.
Dad said that you had to come to kind of experience it, and that's exactly right.
Before arriving, Simon dug into the archive and found interesting records on Reuben's great-uncle.
One other thing that we've been able to discover quite recently about your relative is that he was actually quite a brave soldier.
All right.
We know that in 1915 he was mentioned in dispatches, which is a sort of lower grade of recognition for his gallantry in action.
Oh, sorry.
But then, shortly before he died, he was awarded the Military Medal for
Really?
bravery in the field.
Well, we're here on our first trip abroad, and we're not having to fight. We're here on holiday. So he came across here on his first trip, had to fight and died. So it's for things that all these folk have done. It means we can do things like this. So, well, not just him, they're all heroes really, aren't they?